stream here yet. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I've got the one.
I've just restarted mine, so...
Yeah. For Race Space to go live. So I've got his. But yours, Carl, for some reason I'm not seeing.
Yeah, that's very strange.
But
let's see quickly.
So you sent me the link.
It says I'm on air.
So I'm quite keen to watch the drivers tonight, see how everyone does, and you know, I'll admit I've got my two favorites, so I'll see how they perform and see if they can take it.
Yeah, we'll listen to hear who you cheer for to know who your favorites are tonight.
Well, you know, we'll have to cheer for you, but don't break it, Carl. You know,
right, don't cheer too loud. I will be able to hear. I'll probably end up crashing. Okay, so we're just missing from this one Kamenachi, I believe, our Japanese member. He is supposed to join us, but the time zones are quite hectic for Japan compared to us here in South Africa and for the rest of Europe. So really hoping he joins us for his first round this season of Rally Fighters. Obviously he's raced the other seasons and he is very quick, and it's a shame to not have him in the race. So let's just see if he said anything. I haven't seen any reply to what you sent earlier, Mark.
No, never have I, no.
I think we're unfortunately going to have to go ahead. It's probably one of those things, you know, with a hectic time zone, he might have slept in, or... because I believe he wakes up at about 4 o'clock in the morning to race with us. So.
Jeez, that's
dedication.
That's dedication, yes.
He's also probably raced more races than the majority of members here, so that's serious dedication.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, man.
Let's kick this off. We've got our 3 drivers. Should be 4, obviously, but we'll go with what we've got. And let's get this underway. So, looking at the map there while we load in for the track, you can see the Joker is that blue section with the hatching through it. It's a very technical track. You can't see it on this map, but a lot of little walls and tire barriers that don't move. So if you hit those, you get a ton of car damage, and we know how that can make the car almost undrivable for the rest of the race. Isn't that right, Mark?
Yeah, it is. It's quite a tight. There's very tight sections on this track, which, as you say, with the walls and the concrete barriers and the tyre sections, it creates some super close racing. It's going to be good to watch.
It is going to be fantastic to watch. So, Mark, obviously you're on cameras at the moment.
Yeah.
Just checking the cars there on the grid. So we've got in that blue Ford Focus on the left is Kenny. Oh, sorry, no, Kenny's not here. That's T. Care Matt. You've got Jacques in the Star Ford Focus, and the Honda is Kento. Just lagging a bit on my screen. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Great start from Matt. He's off in front.
Definitely lagging a little bit there.
Ooh, a little bit of a stunt from Kento, but now Kento pointing the wrong way and blocking Jacques there. Jacques got blocked slightly. So that's sort of what we were talking about. There's not a lot of space with the walls around. It's quite difficult to maneuver through the track. Paul, you'll obviously be getting a slight lag to what we see, so...
Yeah, because you guys, I see I'm about a second behind what you guys are seeing. But no, not to worry.
Sending it there. So we just saw T. Care Bear come out of the Joker lap. So he's done his Joker and he's still for him. He just gets some clean air now to put in the fast lap times that he needs. Jacques still needing to do that Joker. Kento also done it. You can see that's why he's a bit further back than he was earlier.
Well, let's see. How many laps are the guys running here in this race?
4 laps for qualifying races. So
Okay.
always a 4-lap race in qualifying, and then when you get to the finals, which we do on a Wednesday night, then that's a 6-lap race. On this track,
Okay.
to be honest, though, after 4 laps, the tires, for me at least, some of the other guys can manage them a little better, but the tires are gone. I shred the tires after 4 laps. So 6 laps is going to be it's going to be quite an ask for this track, to do 6 laps.
Let's see. Jock took his joker, and let's see. He's got what 2 laps to try and catch the leader with almost a 2.5 second lead. So let's see.
Yeah, I think unless Matt makes a mistake here, he's not gonna have too much trouble. He definitely earlier in practice was setting some very quick laps. He has been throughout the series in setting some of the fastest laps in qualifying, so he is one of our fast drivers at the moment. Jacques also, but having been held up there a bit in the beginning, is going to struggle without Matt making a mistake there out front.
Yeah, I think if Matt just keeps it together, it's his to lose at this stage. Let's hope we don't put the commentating curse on him. But
yeah, that happens more often than you would think.
Yeah, and then we've got who's running in third place? Is that Kenny running in third
That's
place?
Kento. Kento is in the Honda and the number 24, I believe. Yeah, there's a 24. We can see as he does a cartwheel into the wall. Yeah, Kento, one of our new drivers this season. I don't think he's got that much experience on the game, but he's definitely been doing some decent races and things. It's quite a hard game to adjust to in the beginning. But we all start there in the beginning, and I'm sure we'll be seeing him get faster through the season.
Yeah, it's also learning the track. I think it's, like I said earlier, the rallycross, I think it comes down to just, if you know the track, you know what lap times you can put down and what lines to take where. If you're still learning it, then you're going to have those incidents where you're hitting the wall and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there was a great
So,
run there for...
Mark, what did you think? What did you think of that race?
It's with Jacques just getting held up a little bit at the start, but I mean, a little bit of contact there. He managed to get past Kento, and then the lap time pace I noticed was in the 41s, which I know is very. That's a quick time already. That was done by TK Bar and Jacques, so shows that they've both.
For a race time, that is very quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I am now going to be racing this one. So, Paul, you can jump into this lobby because you will be the cameraman.
Fun.
Just make Rattec, you will be the broadcaster. Just doing a bit of a change around. So now racing in this one, we need Artem, Dusty, and Marius racing against myself. If you guys are watching the stream, you can jump in now. We're testing a thing tonight where I don't have to send all the invites all the time during the race. This is hopefully going to make less of the blue loading screen that you've been seeing on some of my streams. It takes away a little bit from the value, I think, of the stream. So we're going to try and not have too many of those tonight. I think we'll still get it a bit when I'm taking a screenshot of the results, but it's not going to be like all night like it is sometimes.
Yeah. Just Carl, what do I need to set on my side? Oh, I see.
So you don't have to do anything. I just made you director now, so you will be in charge of the cameras tonight. It's a setting in Project Cars. You can be a director.
I received your cash deposit to make sure we only watch you in this race.
Yeah, please don't. I'll be crashing everywhere. People will see enough of my live stream to know where I've crashed.
I mark that, but that's what we want to see, the oaks that crash, isn't that how it normally works?
Yeah, I want to see the action. There's probably going to be a lot of action, just not the good kind of action. Okay, I'm just letting the other guys know quickly that they're up.
Well, I will say Marius is one of the guys that I am supporting. I think I'm a bit biased because I race in his team in the Race of Nations.
Okay, yeah.
But to see the
So now I know who your two are, Jacques and Marius.
Jacques, actually, I saw him racing on Gran Turismo side, and damn, he's just quick. And then some of the guys have shared some of his videos where his antics of some of the videos that he uploads with some where a guy took him out and he like has a whole rant, and it just is an entertainer when you actually watch his streams afterwards. So it's become like a just like something to do after any of Jacques' races. So yeah, those are the two I'm following. I guess it is coincidental. They are both my teammates in Bentley crowd. But to see what Marius does in a car on a game, it's quite mesmerizing. Really, the way he puts a lap together, it's quite something.
I was going to say,
see how this goes.
Marius has joined into the rallycross, and he's one of the guys up at the front straight away, which is hard to do with rallycross. He's super impressive with his driving style.
His qualifyings have been pretty epic so far. I mean, for a guy, sometimes you get lucky in the finals. Finals isn't about lap times, and sometimes a guy makes a mistake and you're through. But these qualifyings, he's been up there with some of the fast guys. You'll see later today in some of them. These qualifyings we do tonight, apart from this qualifying one, are all affected by the previous week's results. And you'll see he'll be in the last few races with the fast guys in some of them tonight. So.
Okay. All right.
We've got Artem in. We've finally got him there. So Artem from Russia. Let's go. I'm going to go silent, guys, and leave you in the hands of Grandmeister and Rattec here.
Thanks a lot, mate. So we're up for another good race here with 4 cars going in. It's going to be good. As I say, Artem from Russia and Kyle from obviously South Africa, Dusty I believe from Great Britain, and Marius another South African. So
yes, it's a nice diverse.
Dusty also a new member, just to chip in quick.
Yeah. Just
yes, I think he joined today, isn't it? I think he joined today.
A couple of days ago, I think. I believe he's super quick. All that we know of him at the moment is super quick on time trial. So first time we're going to be seeing him race, but if you're quick on time trial, I'm sure he's going to have the car control down to a T. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, here we are. Let's see what happens. They're ready to start.
You got Kyle on pole. With Dusty on pole, Kyle second, but they're on the front row. They're on the way. Marius with a good start from the back row there, going around the outside of Kyle. Dusty a little bit wide, just got a little bit out of shape.
Oh boy, there's some bumping and biting going on.
Yeah, everyone's seemed to have got through it okay. But, Kyle's got the lead now, so he's hoping to try and get the quick laps in. He's got Marius breathing down his neck.
Yeah, let's see. So I see there's a little rectangular icon next to one of the guys. I wonder what the does. I think it's when they probably run it.
Yeah, we don't actually run with track infringements on.
Oh, that's what. Marius and Dusty's having a proper mess up.
Yeah.
I was running away with it. 4 seconds up. Oh boy. Then Marius and Dusty, that's not good.
That's the thing. It's just slowing each other up a little bit, fighting, and then allows Kyle to get the break.
Yeah, he's gone. I mean, Kyle is.
You've got Marius that's already done his Joker, which I should imagine will bring him back out in front of Dusty, but I think Kyle is pretty safe with the gap.
Kyle is, yeah, he's close on about 4 seconds ahead, so taking from what happened in race 1, I can't see anyone catching up to. Marius must have made a mistake because he's running in last place.
Yeah. He's got Artem.
He lost some time to Artem there because Artem was behind him and came out of the break.
As I say, there's many walls and tyre barriers which can easily just catch you out on this track. It is. I always seem to be sliding quite a lot on this track, and I can imagine Kyle is the same, being in the same car. It's hard to get the power down, but Marius just slipping up the inside of Artem there. Nice move.
Quite a nice move, putting it up on the inside there.
So I see Kyle has done his Joker, and he's still out in front. So he's got Dusty, I think, only breathing down his neck. I think 3/10 of a second there. He is. Yeah, Dusty's gone for his Joker.
Dusty's doing the Joker right up here.
Yeah. So good.
That was a good strategy from Dusty. He almost grabbed Kyle at the end.
Sure, I just got to catch my breath after that one, guys.
Really? You made that look easy.
Not a chance. The last laps of this track, your tires are usually a bit stuffed, so you're all over the place. Like, you feel like you're not getting out of the corner, you're just sitting there spinning tires. But no, good race from everyone.
Yeah, poor Marius got to know Dusty and Artem quite well. So
okay.
There was some proper dust-ups there between the three of them.
Yeah, I was a bit lucky.
Yes, geez, you had with them fighting, you had a nice lead build up, but I see Dusty closely there on the end, brought back and almost grabbed it right at the end there from you.
Yeah, Dusty, I could tell he's got some pace. He left his Joker right to the end, so he actually almost got me on that start of the 4th lap, ending the 3rd lap.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking who we've got now. So coming up in this next race is the we got Matsutsi, Mark and Mark. We got 2 Marks, Kenny and Ryan. So this is going to be quite the race, I think. I'm going to jump in as broadcaster. Oh, Paul, you need to be here.
Oh, do I need to jump in? Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so we got you, we got Matsutsi.
Let me just see and
Kenny.
make sure I'm not clashing with anyone, because otherwise I'll run away. Looking good.
Oh, Barry's is struggling a bit. I think I had that like cross by his mic, which usually means a bit of trouble.
See berries and
I'm just going to clear you as race director and start you up again as race director, just to make sure there's no errors.
Cool.
Oh, I did it again, sorry.
No
Okay.
worries. There we go.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when Barry's joins, we're going to go. Let's hope that he stays in. Once he is in, we know from the other weeks Barry's has issues getting into these lobbies sometimes.
Yeah, and then once he's in, he's going. He gets going.
But these guys got in the lobby nice and quick, so I see we're probably going to get these races going quite quickly now. He's in his car. I'm going to hit that go button. Let's go before he realizes that he's in. Okay.
So I take it Mark's racing now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go mute, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
Good
Yeah,
luck
have
in your
fun.
race.
Thanks, guys.
So, from what you've seen so far, how do you think this track is?
It definitely, I think it's more technical than what it looks. If you're getting a sweet line through the corners, so I see I'm clashing with Muzuzik. It's just
Is
disconnected
it?
me out. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. So that means we're only going to be stuck on one camera angle for this race, unfortunately.
No worries.
I don't know who will be watching. I think Kenny. So Kenny is usually quick, so we might be watching from the front here. Let's hope. So sorry to the viewers who are watching the channel here, as we're not going to be able to swap too many drivers now.
I also think Muzuzik, I think he was having some issues
He's
with his
also
internet.
having connection errors, yeah.
So he was
Problem with his Italian internet.
Yep.
But no worries. Oh, Barry's just disconnected.
Yeah, I think he was clashing with Muzuzik as well.
Okay, we're gonna restart the session now. The race didn't start yet, so I'm quitting. Sorry to the viewers. We try to get races to have all the people in.
One right.
So let's get this started. I'm gonna take the director's seat this time.
Yeah.
No, you have to be in because we need a guy, I think. So actually, no, we don't. I can do just that camera thing. So apologies now to people watching the stream. I just have to set up a lobby again. It's quite a task for me to just concentrate quickly. But yeah, you can talk about the track, how you were saying, just while I'm busy here.
Yeah, so I definitely think one of your laps we were seeing, and you were just getting that perfect slide with speed going through a corner, and the speed you carry, I think it just makes for the lap to be so quick. And I'm not seeing everyone putting that together as a constant. Seems like when you guys get out in front, you're able to run, as I say, run that sweet line around the lap.
Yeah, it is very much a specific line on this track. I wouldn't say I'm doing it the fastest it can be done, but I definitely could get the car sideways.
Yeah, look, you like to leave a lot of smoke. I can see that.
Yeah. So apologies to the people watching the stream. We wanted to avoid this blue screen, but I've had to restart the lobby now. So I'm actually going to have to send invites out to everybody. So we're going to see the blue screen a few times. Apologies.
Well, while everyone's looking at the blue screen with me, because I'm on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Well, we were there for a couple of seconds. And, yeah, so this race we've got some interesting guys, because I know Muzuzik he is quite quick, and then you've got Berries, which is definitely one of the favourites. And then Mark, I think Mark in my mind's always like, if he puts it together, he's going to kill everyone. You know,
Mark also gets very good starts off the line usually. He's one of the best off the line.
Okay, so he's going to show them how.
Yeah. Like I said, apologies guys for the wait. It's just setting up everything that I usually set up at the very start before the stream starts. I have to do it again. We only allow for one restart per race usually. Otherwise we'll be sitting here all night sometimes. So we've had that thing. So if anyone disconnects from this next one, we just continue. And we'll only restart if it's a disconnect before the pull off the line.
Okay. That's actually good to know.
Yeah, so if the guys pull off the line and they disconnect during the race, it's too bad. It's like your engine blew or something, you know?
Yep, that's it. Such is, well, I've felt bad luck this weekend with online racing, and I laughed and said to my dad, it's starting to feel like real racing, except it's not breaking the bank every time I blow a motor or hit the wall or something, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, the race
A
of
lot of
nations.
guys that are racing, a lot of the guys that are racing now, that's sort of like came from track racing or something, and it's basically that. It's funds and they've had to make the transition because it's a lot cheaper to race sim racing.
Yeah, no, so like I was saying the other day, my friend Zaire Issa, he won the last round of the online series with the Assetto Corsa. It's at that charity event, that E-race sponsored by AfriHost and everyone.
Oh yeah, the solidarity race.
Yeah, there we go, the solidarity, solidarity race. Yeah, around Bathurst. He finished second in the first rounds when they did it, and actually won it now. The beautiful race rigs. I'll send you the pictures of the race rig that he's won as a gift, which is worth like 15 or 16,000 rand or something.
Sure.
So it's quite it's quite nice to see that he used to race with me in Formula V's, and he also, due to just pure funding, had to stop racing, and to now again be able to race online competitively and be successful the way he used to be when he used to race the Formula V's. So it's good to see that it's not just our purest online racing drivers that are being at the top of the list. To see actual drivers also get there, because I will admit it is not as easy as what it looks to, it's just the game, let's race,
Yeah.
I see your lobby's just about set up.
Yeah, I was in a lobby earlier today and it actually messed up some of my settings. That's why I don't really like to join other people's lobbies, because I'm hosting so many of these things.
Yes.
So I'm just double checking my settings quickly. Okay.
So you must have a proper internet connection if you're hosting all these lobbies.
Believe it or not, in the old days I was doing it with a 2 megabyte per second thing, and then the 4 megabyte. But no, now I'm on a 50 megabyte up and down fiber line, so it's okay.
Yes,
And
no,
they've put us up to like 100 now, I think, during this lockdown. So
yes, all our lockdowns, they've doubled everyone's speeds and all those wonderful
we're just
things.
waiting here for Matsutsi. I'm not sure where he is. Sorry about all the blue screens again, guys. This is the problem with restarting lobbies.
Do you want me to drop him a message on Discord?
If you can, that would be helpful. I'm just sending another invite. As if I don't do these restarts in the community, so just making sure that I do it.
Mark says, please turn off forced manual
Yeah,
gears.
I've done that. It was something from a lobby I was in earlier today, with Matt.
Okay. Okay.
So we're just waiting on Matsutsi. Once he's joined, we can go for it.
He has actually. He said that he's clashing with berries on mobile data. Is that his Wi-Fi is giving him stupid issues. Just waiting to see if he's actually going to try to log in again. I think let's give him a minute or two, and then that's it. Then otherwise,
yeah, because he was in that race, so I don't want to begin without him. But
yes.
But we also have to get a move on now, guys. We've been waiting.
Yeah, no, definitely. So how many races in a night, like on a qualifying night, do you guys do?
So it depends on the amount of people we've got racing. Obviously, so in a qualifying, you don't see 6 cars on a grid normally.
Yes.
That's usually for semi-finals and finals. So you'll have from about 3 to 5 cars per race on a qualifying night.
Okay.
And in a qualifying round, so with us being 13 drivers supposed to have joined today, we are 3 races per qualifying heat.
Okay.
But in season 2, we had even more drivers. I think we were very close to 30 drivers at one point that season. So a lot of our races, we had about four. I think maybe I can't remember if we went up to 5 or not per heat. But it's one of the coolest things about rallycross is there's no real limit to how many drivers you can have. If you're willing to race time, you can have as many guys as you want.
It does not look like Matuski is going to...
Yeah, it's unfortunate now that we got to start without him, because he was in that race that we were in.
Yes, yes.
There's no response. We're going to have to go for it, unfortunately.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody.
Let's see how we go.
So I'm starting now. So we're up to a 4-car grid. This would have been... So all the heats tonight will have a 5-car race. Most of them will be 4, but there will always be 1 5, depending on if Kamenachi and Matsutsi get in, obviously. Otherwise, we'll be missing a few from those races.
Well, that's good. So Wednesday night is basically the big night, you know, when it's for all the marbles, as they say.
Yeah. If Kamenachi does join, only one guy won't be getting into the finals, because 12 cars make it through to the finals, with there being 6-car races. There's 2 semi-finals, which is 6-6, 12 drivers, and then only 3 guys from each of those go through to the final, making another 6-car race. So if everyone joined tonight, there was a little bit to play for. It's the 13 drivers, because then one of us wouldn't have made it. Okay, looking at the lineup here, we've got Kenny on the right-hand side of our screen, Rattec there behind him, Barry's there, and Barry's running a bit wide there. That's not what you want to do on that corner, because it will pull you into the sand to the side there sometimes. Just watching Kenny here, he's through pretty well there, he's not hit anything, he's got a bit of clear space. Rattec messing up there. Barry seemed to have clipped him. Rattec having to go into reverse by the looks of it, not what he would have wanted right off the start. Matsutsi just following him into that same wall. That's a very dangerous wall. If you turn too early, you hit that wall. Sometimes you just don't have enough momentum to carry you past.
I think he tried to hit the brakes to avoid hitting.
That could have been a factor as well, definitely. Just seeing Kenny now, he's coming back to the point really where Matsutsi just made his mistake earlier, and that's sort of how you want to do it, how he's going there. As you can see, he doesn't seem to spin his tires a lot, Kenny. He keeps the car very much under control. He's one of the guys to watch. Yeah, he keeps his wheels sort of, I mean, all the power of his car goes down to the track, you know, he doesn't spin his tires everywhere. It's one of the tough things about the Mini, but it's also one of the reasons I like the Mini so much, is it's a lot of fun to drive. See a little bit of smoke coming off of Kenny's car there. Yeah, with Kenny having taken his Joker there, Barry's got through, so let's see now with that clean air ahead of him what Barry's can do lap time wise.
Yeah,
just watching Barry's as he gets to the jump. I can see Matsutsi there Sorry, it's not Matsutsi. I keep making a mistake. That's Mark. Matsutsi is Mark's teammate in the full black Citroen. The
Okay.
Matsutsi is the guy, obviously, who couldn't join us for whatever reason. So Mark just struggling there, but we do know Mark is on a controller. He is one of the only guys I can think of at the moment on a controller and not on the wheel.
Okay, and that is tough. Trying to do this with a wheel.
It's very tough on controller. You don't get that same feel. Ooh, there he just makes some contact with the guys that are lapping him there, just sending him a bit further off track there. So Kenny seems pretty confident, unless he messes up the end here, which I don't think he will. No, he doesn't. He's over the line in first. Berries follows him over second. Rattec there, he's just gone over the jump. Rattec's car doesn't look too battered, so that's also pretty good. Two races now, and the minis haven't torn themselves to shreds. Usually there's bonnets all over the track and bumpers, but we look like we've got them a little bit under control tonight, so let's see if we can keep it that way.
You guys definitely look like you might just do well.
So as we can see, there's some 41s from all those top three guys, so they definitely all on pace tonight. Those are sort of the times I think we might even see guys break into the 40s if they get some clean air. So it's going to be very quick from the front runners.
Whew, that was eventful. I just double shifted going into that one corner, and it just killed my engine revs. And thankfully I think Mark kind of hit the brakes and
that's Mark.
sent it
we
wide.
We made a mistake and called him Matsutsi, being in a Citroen.
Yeah. But no, respectful driving. He decided to hamper himself rather than hit me and give me damage, which full respect to him.
He hit the wall afterwards. We don't know if you saw that, but he did what you did. He went into that wall. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you now who's coming through to this next one. I'm hoping I've sent all the invites again, because then I don't have to do blue screen. But we should have now in this next one. I will be racing. Mark, who just raced with us, he is still in, which is why he has not left the lobby. Comaneci should be racing. And Dusty. We need Dusty back. I don't think I sent Dusty another invite, so I'm just going to have to do blue screen another time. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Mark, just in case Rainmeister, here, we're going to try it again. Let's try it again. You're going to be director, Mark, you're going to be broadcaster. Let's hope your issues were only with Matsutsi and Berries and them, because...
It does look like it was only with Matsutsi. He did come in and say he didn't log back in because he was clashing with everyone.
Yeah, Matsutsi having problems with his Wi-Fi today, so I think he's on his data, which isn't treating him so well. So let's hope that his internet comes right, because we would like to see him on track. Otherwise, we're going to miss our Bruce Lee Citroen sliding around the track.
Okay, so who are we missing here? Dusty and Comaneci. I don't know if Comaneci can join us. He does look
I'll
like
send another one to Comaneci. I've just sent one to Dusty, so he hopefully gets to see that now. Okay, I've sent the invites to the guys. We're just waiting on them now. Just gonna say on the chat here, unless someone else has already done it. It's at Comaneci.
Just joined.
Alright, we see Dusty in. Unfortunately, Comaneci not here. Hopefully there's nothing serious that's stopping him from racing, and it's just that he's overslept or something. But yeah, unfortunately he doesn't seem to be here. We've waited quite a while, so I can't wait for too long. I'm probably going to have to launch this one. Sorry to Comaneci if you just miss it. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with Rainmeister and Mark for this one. Just going to double check that I don't get in any trouble here starting this one. Okay, off we go.
Mark, so who's your money on for this race?
I don't know. It's I mean, it was tight before between Kyle and I think Dusty was in the one. I don't think Mark was in there with him.
Kyle just beat him out in the last race. So
yeah,
interesting to see what they do in this one. I think Kyle probably would be the favorite just because he won the first, won his previous race. So let's see if Dusty can pull one out the bag here.
Yeah, definitely. I know the Honda is very quick. You got the Honda starting on the back row there. It's not always a disadvantage really with the first few corners coming up. Sometimes you can find a better line to sneak through. But we shall soon see.
On board with Dusty, and let's get a breakdown through.
Kyle got a good start there. He's just got a little bit of contact there. You see, he's managed to regain it very well. Nice line into there.
Quite well.
Yeah.
And Kyle throwing us away with all the smoke and the dust.
So I think Mark went a little bit wide and allowed these guys to break, and Kyle choosing some good lines. Dusty, I think, still just trying to get the rhythm of the racing side of it, But still Kyle's just a little bit wide there.
Hit the barrier there on his low flat. Dusty took the local lap. So Kyle should be quite a bit in front. So let's see how much it hurts him. There we go.
Dear.
Just completely destroyed. He's completely destroyed him, and I think he's still okay. He's trying to recover. Now Mark and Dusty, they'll have a good dust up here.
Kyle went super tight, and I think Mark went a little bit wide.
Mark's hit the wall.
Yeah, it's
interesting to see that both Mark and Kyle have not taken their joker laps yet. Dusty is now, he's way ahead.
It leaves him. Yeah, leaves Dusty in a strong position with him jokered. He can just drive the lines that he wants now with no pressure.
See a finish. That's it. He's got about a 10-second lead into the front, and there Kyle hits the barrier for the third time.
Yeah, I think what you'll find now is Kyle's probably driving with a little bit of damage, and it does affect the steering quite a bit, which it can make your car really handle quite different. But if he just keeps it smooth now, keeps it under car, he's gone for his joker, so gets that out of the way. I don't think he's under any pressure from Mark.
No, I don't think. Oh, Mark's not far behind.
He's also gone for his joker as well, so everyone's jokered.
Some tires with him.
Pure sideways attack on the tyres there.
That's it. Oh, geez, he's going somewhere else.
Yeah, if you go out wide onto that curb, it does snag you and throws you totally the wrong way that you want to go. So it's a slight little mistake there.
I think Dusty's about to take the finish line. Just at the end, we catch him taking the line.
I'm sure he'll be happy with that. A first heat win, coming into the first time into this championship. Carl's just doing a nice 360 pirouette just to finish with, just showing the drifting skills.
Just showing off there.
Yeah. And Mark just coming around. Obviously he'll have damage as well, so his car's probably.
Let's hope he makes it. Otherwise, he'll get a DNF. Right at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a tough one, guys.
I don't know what you did then, Kyle.
Yeah, there's too many mistakes. You know, once you make that first one, you get your little bit of damage on your car. You can make so many more on this track.
Yeah,
see-
that's yeah,
See,
Mark.
I see Dusty. He's just dropped into the 40.7 seconds.
That's
So
what I said earlier, is we're probably going to see some guys drop into the 40s there. So that
yeah,
is a solid lap there. I don't know about his total time. I haven't really been paying attention to all the total times, but I think we're going to see a couple more guys likely drop in there if they get some clean air. Okay, for the next race we have Kenny, Kento, Mark, you're racing, and Artem.
okay.
And Artem was just asking now, when is his next race?
He's eager, he's ready. Alright,
Yeah,
so
shame, man.
Kento's here. So Kento and Dusty, teammates now, since Dusty joined. We've got 2 Hondas
Okay.
now racing. So let's see what they can do, the 2 of them.
This is going to be a confusing to commentate on because you're going to have Kento and Kenny, and I assume they're going to.
It's quite a complicated thing these days to comment on our streams. We've got lots of Marks and Matts and Kennys and Kentos. All of the first 3 letters of these guys' names, all the same. It starts getting very confusing. We've also got a Matsutsi, so when there's the 2 Mats and Matsutsi, you've got
Jeez.
3 Mats on your screen.
Yeah, that makes it really interesting.
Yeah. Okay, we're just waiting on Autumn now.
Did you send him an invite? Maybe he.
Sure I did. So just waiting on Autumn and then we are ready to go.
Popped him 2 messages now. He has 2 minutes ago said that winners race 2, so hopefully he jumps in quite quickly.
We said before this we didn't want to be the driver that to pull up the blue screen, but I think we might have our first one.
Yep, you might have.
I was going to say most of the drivers are getting the hang of it the first night of doing it, jumping in super quick, even quicker than having to go into it.
The thing that helps though is that I think a lot of these guys they watch the stream, they're on the voice chat in our Discord channel where we run the community off of.
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't know if Artem's doing all that. He doesn't join the voice chat. Nobody knows if he is watching the stream or not. We hope he is. But otherwise it can be very confusing if you're just waiting and you don't know what's going on. You have to keep paying attention to things.
Yeah.
I will admit, if it wasn't for commentating on this, I would be lost tonight. If I had to be racing. It definitely, it's not your standard.
But so we're just checking on the comments here. So Ryan there, he is sort of our points guy. He is telling us now Kenny has taken the win, the provisional win for Q1. So that's what we thought. I mean, Kenny's lines were really good. He didn't make any mistakes. It was a solid race for him. Okay, so starting this race now, we're probably going to have Mark leave us just for the race.
Yep.
Good luck on your race, Mark.
Thank you. Cheers.
So yeah, as you can see with what happened during my races, it's very easy to make mistakes on this track. Because the optimal lines in a lot of these rallycross tracks is you want to be as close to the corners as you can be. And I mean, just a slight miscalculation and you clip the wall, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It's a tight circuit. So, yeah, I'm for one.
And not very forgiving because of the solid walls. There's a few tracks in the game where you get like the soft tires like you see on that Joker lap. You probably saw someone take them out earlier.
Yes.
They you get a couple of those on other tracks, and obviously a bit more forgiving. They do give you slight damage, but nothing terrible. But you hit one of these solid barriers that you see there as well, and that can be the end of your race. A little bit of tire spin there from Kenny, I guess, in the Ford there. And yeah, Kenny in that Ford. He goes off, followed by Kento and the Honda. Rattec squeezing through on the outside there. Lots of smoke. He goes slightly into the back of Kenny, which sends him into the barriers. So that's Rattec. He's going to have some serious damage from that. That's not what you want to do on that corner.
Broken wheels.
It's going to hurt the rest of his race. Okay, now Artem a bit slow around there, but got Kento out ahead of him there. Going over that jump section now. Let's see if anyone goes joker here. Artem just hitting that barrier as he goes over the jump. Not really what you want to do. You can see he's also got damage on the front of his car there. Kento taking the joker lap. That's that long section you see at the back. He comes out ahead of Artem. Artem really struggling here. I don't really know what's going on with that car, but he's not giving it full power.
Definitely looking like he's struggling a bit more compared to...
He might have played with his setup a little bit too much. The car doesn't look like it's reacting very well to whatever he's done.
The car is looking very loose compared to how it was.
But let's see now what Kenny's doing up ahead. He seems to have no damage to his car, still taking those good lines by the looks of things.
He's taking it easy at this stage, just showing us how
The Ford is actually, it handles very well, but you got to remember the Ford is by far the longest wheelbase car in this game. So from wheel to wheel, it's longer than any of the other cars. So it can be quite a car to send around some of the tight sections of a track. So it's amazing to see it going through some of the sections with really what looks like some ease.
Yeah.
Kento doing pretty well here, holding on to his second place for him. This is probably what he's looking at, one of his best results, I would say. Just clipping the wall there. Ooh, okay. Commentator's curse there. I think I ruined his race. But
Rattec is busy catching up to him.
Rattec is catching him there. Oh, Rattec in the barrier by the looks of it. He came to a stop. So he's lost the front of his car now as well. I don't know if that was already gone, but as you can see, this is some of that mini damage I was talking about earlier. You might have seen on my car. I couldn't see it.
I think the two of you, race 1 perfect, race 2, I think both of you want to forget it and move on to race 3.
So Kenny winning that round, Kento behind him. Rattec manages to hold on to third with all that damage, and Artem really struggling that race, even before he got damage, I think. He's going to have to go back to his setup and change a few things.
It did not work. Whatever he's gambled on did not work in that race.
Yeah, certainly, guys. Let's forget about that. Let's move on.
Yeah, for you and me both. Qualifying 2 didn't happen.
I think you guys were too how do they say, too relaxed after race 1.
I'm never relaxed in rallycross.
Destroyed the minis in the. All you wanted to the pit crew to have some work.
Yeah. So we got Jacques in this one, Matt, Marius, Ryan, and Matsutsi.
Cool. I'm just going to exit because I see Matsutsi and I are clashing, so I'll drop out of the.
Okay. Mark, you go director.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna.
I will let you two,
Matsutsi is
on this
back.
Because watching the stream, it's about 4 to 5 seconds behind, and Jacques says he needs an invite, please.
Okay, I must have missed.
I can send it.
Sorry about the blue screen of death again, guys. In fact, it's not the blue screen of death. Let's call it the blue screen of boredom.
Yes, I think that's better. That's a better one.
Yeah. Let us know on the chat what you think of the blue screen of boredom if you're watching. Something that we're trying to make a lot less of as the series goes on. I think once the guys get more comfortable with joining the races themselves, we'll get much less of that blue screen of boredom.
So maybe an interesting thing to look at, Kyle, is maybe have one of you guys set up a second lobby. So if you have to cancel the one lobby, you can just jump into the second one. I don't know, maybe something to look at. Then everyone has got both invites.
Yeah, the thing is, then you've got one guy who isn't racing.
Oh yes, you are right. Because if you set up a lobby, you can't race. So
You got to sit in it, yeah.
Yes, I see what
So
you're saying.
yeah, we'll have a think about it, and obviously as the series goes on, we want to make as many improvements as we can. We think we're doing the best we can for now, but we're always looking to improve.
As smooth as possible, I think, at the moment. It was just, that one reset. Maybe take the one reset rule away, I think.
Yeah, it's a very tough rule. We're going to have to consider that one a lot more. It's been sort of a rule we've had for a while, but we didn't always live stream like this, and it can take a lot of time to get everyone organized again. Some guys don't know that it is a restart, and they continue racing, and so we will look into that some more. It's just a pity that so many guys have been having connection errors these days. As you can see, Barry's not in the session again because he's struggling with his internet still.
He has said that he is clashing with Mazutsi.
And we need Care Bear. I don't know if he has his invite, but he needs to be in here.
I can resend him one if...
It's another blue screen of death. So we mentioned we don't want blue screen of death, but we're probably doing more tonight.
I'm sure it'll settle down. It'll find its groove, and it's the first night of trying this. We're bound to.
Okay, there we go. We got Matt and Berries is in for now. So I think all their cars look right. We're gonna go now. Before Berries realizes he's in and must disconnect.
It looks like a tough heat. This tough qualifying round. This one, a race.
So this is qualifying 2, race 3 of qualifying 2. So this, like I said earlier, this is basically the guys that won qualifying 2 in South America, Daytona. So these guys are definitely fast, generally. I mean, every now and again you might see a guy squeeze in here that isn't always the fastest if he's had a good round. But generally speaking, in these later races and in the qualifyings from qualifying 2, it generally will be the faster guys.
I think Barry's is disconnected. Barry's. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, according to that one start, according to that rule, I would have to restart again. But I don't know now with it being the same guy. What do you think there, Mark?
Tough call to make. I think with the unfortunates of Berry's last time, I think we should restart this.
You think we should restart this one?
Yes, from the previous, from Daytona, what happened, I think we should give Berry's the benefit of the fact.
We're doing another restart, guys. Apologies. I think, though, this will be the last one for Berries. If he disconnects again, we can't do another one.
Yeah. I think he and Mazutsi are still clashing. I think that's possibly what what's causing
Yeah,
the...
but Berries is having every night. There's something not right there with his. So just need to concentrate again quickly for the lobby so you guys can chat. So now I'm going to send invites to everybody again. Sorry, guys.
Well, at least we're seeing your settings and not a blue screen, so I think that helps.
Yeah, so the guys that are watching now, you can see there's a ton of settings to go through here. I won't chat too much about them because I need to concentrate myself, but this game is a bit more sim-like compared to other games, a lot more settings you can play with.
So, Mark, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
Kyle was mentioning something that Dusty might have changed some car setups. So I take it the car setups are open for Rallycross?
Yeah. There's a lot of different setup strategies that you can choose. You can alter stuff in between your races. You can have also kind of preset, setups. It's
Okay.
It's something that I'd like to set up myself before I come into this round, and I will race this whole qualifying session in that spec. Going into the semi-finals and the finals, with it being 6 laps, then I need to make some alterations because tyre wear comes into it. Obviously, your fuel strategy. It's I spend more time probably setting the car up than I do actually racing it. But I personally do actually enjoy that. I'm learning a hell of a lot. The guys in the community help each other, suggest things.
Yes.
Obviously, drivers' style is down to a lot of it. So it's kind of, somebody could send you a setup that works for them, but it doesn't work for yourself. It's probably a bit like circuit racing as well, but it's...
Yeah, I say I think a lot of guys transitioning over from doing the circuit thing to doing the rallycross. I think the setup, it's so completely different. Yeah, I think people find it quite weird. What they do, how they need to do it.
Yeah, definitely. It takes some adjusting to, but once you get into it, it's fascinating to try and find tenths of a second around each track. I do actually like the rallycross because of it being short, sharp races. I've only just got into like 45-minute races and hour races myself, but rallycross is where my heart is, if you know what I mean. If anybody says, would you like to come and race rallycross, I'm there straight away. It's definitely it's definitely good for me. Is it not something that you could be tempted with yourself, or?
Yeah, I think I'd like to give it a... I think I need to check my online racing schedule. When a person starts this online racing, you try and do as much as you can.
Yeah.
And I've got myself at the point where I think I've got one night off a week where I'm not doing actual racing. But it luckily is a Monday, so I might be able to join and do the qualifying rounds, but not actually. I don't know if I would be able to make the Wednesday night racing. So that's why I wanted to do the join tonight, watch it, and then commentate with you guys and actually see if it is something that is that interesting. And it definitely looks like something I'd love to give it a go at, and see if my circuit racing prowess works when I put it on a semi-dirt and tar circuit and see what it does.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good way to get into it, is to, try with the qualifying rounds and develop your skills in this. I know a lot of the circuit racing guys, like Marius, has just come into this championship and is super quick because of the driving style. My driving style, personally, is a bit more flamboyant, sideways. Not as sideways as my teammate, Kyle, but... Yeah, if I'm driving a car sideways, that pleases me more than a race win, and it doesn't actually develop that into circuit racing. It doesn't actually bode well in
Yes.
that. I'm
Okay.
currently doing a GT series at the moment, and you'll see that BMW more sideways and probably smooth. It's I'm still trying to search for the handbrake in the GT car. But no, it's super fun, and it's
Yeah, definitely. It looks like a lot of fun. I think I think it's kind of giving that vibe of like what rallycross needs to be. That it is a competitive sport, but it's a fun sport. Compared to watching DTMs or the GT3 racing that we actually do with the Race of Nations.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. It's got a feeling of a bit more like your driving style, flamboyant. It's got that whole vibe to it. That it's just something completely different.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
we're
think,
just waiting. Sorry to butt in there. We're just
Sorry?
waiting on berries by the looks of it, and then we should be good to go. I think I've sent invites to everyone again. But yeah, guys, if I think if berries disconnects again, we can't make another one. We can't do it for every race.
No,
Would
yeah.
be
And hopefully it doesn't happen to anyone else, because then we'll have to restart for them too. So let's cross our fingers and hope that it goes well for the rest of the night.
Yeah, definitely. As I was saying, I think we just owed that to Berries. There was a technical difficulty last round, and he was just owed that little bit of, obviously it's tough for you, Kyle, I can imagine, resetting and sorting it all out. So a big well done, and thank you.
So we won't do a restart on this one because we've had the restart for this one. So any disconnection before they pull off the line, anyone from now, other than berries, will restart. But I'm hoping it doesn't get there.
yes. Let's hope that it goes smooth now, and then it all works out.
Okay, so I think berries is in. So let's quickly go before his internet realizes that it's in the lobby. Okay. I believe you're on cameras. I hope I got that right. I think Berries has said he is still clashing, so let's hope he doesn't disconnect. Who knows? Sorry for the wait time. I think this is probably the slowest we've gone so far this season. But now we're going to have a race for you, so let's enjoy that. Just looking at the lineup for this one, like we said earlier, these are some of the faster guys. Matsutsi, I think he surprised a lot of guys at Daytona last time we were racing. Mark, he's not slow, but
Berries.
Do we lose Berries? Berries, okay. So we're continuing now with this one.
Yep.
But as I was saying, so Matsutsi and that black Citroen there, he surprised a lot of guys at Daytona. I think he did
Definitely.
very well.
Yeah, he did. He did really well. He's got the pole and he's got the launch here at the moment.
Okay,
so...
we're on the wrong cameras here. You might just want to swap to a different one. I just see there now that's Kepe off and Matsutsi off. So both of them off from the start. That put Marius out in front. So Marius with Jacques chasing him down. So these are your two favorite drivers there, Paul. Let's see how they go. Your two teammates from Race of Nations.
Take each other out,
So Jacques is through here. I think Jacques, he's known to have gotten very quick lap times throughout the series. He also has the most race wins in our series, so very fast. Once he gets out ahead, there's not really much people can do to catch him unless he makes a mistake on his own. So you can see Marius there doing his best to hold on, but just dropping back a bit. got Care Bear there. He's had to recover after a crash or a spin out. Oh, there's a crash. Commentator curse there, another crash. So Matsutsi squeezing past. Oh, and he gets clipped. So it looks like he cuts the track a bit there. I hope he actually slowed down because that's cutting the track limits. So not their ideal race at the back at the moment. So looking at Jacques again, he's coming around that last corner, going over this finish and start line there. Marius still chasing him down. Neither of them have done their Joker lap quite yet, so they must be holding it for that last lap. I think that's definitely what Jacques will do. He won't want any chance of Marius getting ahead of him now. So I think he'll wait till he's on that 4th lap. But let's see what he does now. He's getting to that dirt section. Gonna go over the jump now. And no, he jokers now, so not doing what I thought and saving it till the end. Will Marius continue the standard lap now and try and fight him a bit? No, Marius follows him around.
Joker, yeah.
So they're both just keeping it clean. I think Marius knows if he can just get decent times, he'll still get some decent points here. And at the end of the day, that's what you need, the most points that you can get in qualifying. He's just run a bit wide there, but doesn't seem to have taken any damage, so still looking quite strong. Marius going to need all the points for the team he can get as well, with Berries disconnecting from this one. Matsutsi sending it very sideways there, and just goes into the wall. I think you also made that mistake earlier.
Yep, I can feel his pain now.
But this allowed Care Bear to catch up to him again. Ooh, Marius just making a mistake there right on that last section, so that's going to hurt his time a bit. So, to be honest, this probably helps us a bit with our times, Mark, because that means everybody's been making some mistakes. I'm still probably not going to have done too well, but it's not going to look as bad with everyone making their mistakes. But pretty interesting race to watch there. Lots of different things going on at the front and the back.
Yeah, I think Jacques managed to break clear and bang in the fast laps there. You can see the fast lap there that he's done is 42nd, which we know is quick. 2:54 overall race time. That's quick, I think, what I've noticed.
So we know Jacques and Dusty are in those 40s now.
Yeah.
Obviously 41s are still good from Marius, like he's got there, so those are the sort of fastest laps we're looking at. In a time trial, you get some guys, they go quite a lot faster than that, but I think they use some very different lines. You start back from the start line and you can actually have like a flying lap where you carry more speed into the track, allowing you just a little bit more time to be saved, which you can't really do with so many cars on the grid here.
As you say, race pace against time trial pace is two different times altogether, isn't it? And I think most people kind to like work on the race pace, getting that overall banging in every lap exactly the same. I'd say if you're in the 41s, you're looking for an overall good race time, aren't you?
Yeah, if you can keep 41s the whole way, you're going to be going quick. Because it's not about your fastest laps in qualifying, it's about your total time. So the fastest laps are obviously going to help you if you can keep them consistent and all, but it doesn't help to get a 141 and then you crash every other lap.
Yeah, that kind of beats the objective of...
Yeah. So we need Marius, Kento, Comaneci, and Dusty in this one. Just sending... I'm going to try not to go into the blue screen, but I'm sure they'll let me know if they don't have an invite.
Well, Marius should...
Dreaded blue screen of boredom. So what we do at the start of these is we send out the start sheet to everyone, so they do have the information, and some of them are they've gotten pretty good at reading them and knowing when they're up, but some guys I think in the moment forget and they'll leave the lobby when they shouldn't. So there's a lot of logistics in rallycross compared to some of these other series. Most of these series you just get in and go. Here it's a whole process the whole way through.
I guess if you want to run it the way it should be, as a rallycross format, then it's a bit more technical than just jumping in and doing 40 laps.
Yeah, exactly. So we are just waiting, I guess, Kamenachi, but he hasn't been here all night, so I don't see him as being online. He hasn't sent us any messages that I can see, so we're going to have to continue with this one. 2 Hondas and a VW.
Yeah, 2 Honda teammates there taking on a VW, so interesting to see.
Barry's has just let us know in the live chat to anyone that is on YouTube. You can see in his live chat he's put up who won that one. Apparently Jacques just snuck the victory there for qualifying 2 over Kenny by 0.3 seconds.
Oof.
That's hectic.
So Jacques put in some laps there. He's lucky he broke out in front, I think.
Yes,
because
he got out in front and
for that kind of a time difference, if he had been stuck behind a slower car for any longer, he wouldn't have done that. So well done to Jacques.
Yeah, well done, yeah.
Okay, we've got the 2 Hondas in the front by the looks of it, with that VW snug in between them. Bit of a sandwich from our view.
Let's see if Mario
tough to tell at the moment which is Kento and which is Dusty, but Dusty out in front, so he's that middle one. No, he's
the one in the front now.
Kento falling to the back now. Marius through on Kento, so still a sandwich here with a VW in the middle. Ooh, Kento just doing what we saw Matsutsi do before, and also Rattec, you did that earlier. Very easy mistake to make on that corner. If you just don't have enough momentum, you just can't get through there.
It's the tire barrier. Just
nobody jokering yet, so Marius obviously thinks he can keep setting fast lap times sitting here behind Dusty. We know Dusty was hitting those 140s earlier.
It was doing
might
40,
not
40.
be able to do it. Might not be able to do it every lap, which is why he isn't up there with, say, Jacques and Kenny, but definitely has the potential to do so. So he's going to be one to watch tonight in that number 16 Honda up front. The 50 car of Marius following him. Kento has actually taken his Joker, but I'm not sure with that kind of damage how that's going to help him much in this race. I think he's just going to have to try finish and get a time. The Marius Jokered there, that's why he's fallen off of the back of Dusty. So now if he can actually set some fast lap times and Dusty makes a mistake or two, or he takes too long in his Joker lap, we might see Marius catch up to him.
Just made a slight mistake there, which cost him a little bit of time.
It did. Let's see what Dusty's going to do now if he takes the Joker. Because he could take it now, or he could take it on the next lap. He's going to take it now. He thinks he's got good enough gap, obviously from that mistake Marius made earlier. And he does have the pace to get through there. Just going a bit wide on the curb there, that's not really where you want to be touching. In this game, I don't know how it is in real life, but you touch that curb and it usually it brings you out into that dirt there on the outside of the track. And it can lead to you hitting the wall and getting some serious damage. So you try to stay as much as you can. You'll probably see a few guys tonight, maybe in the final, touch that off the start line, and it can ruin your whole race. So that's Dusty taking the last corner. He crosses the line in first, with Marius right behind him in second. Kento just coming up to the jump now. He has some serious damage there. You can see he can't keep his car on the line it needs to be. Check that crack on his window. He's got what we refer to as a spider web on his window. Some of the guys use cockpit cam and helmet view. I use helmet view, so if you watch my stream when I'm driving, that's what I can see. Some of the guys, they use bonnet cam or bumper cam, and then obviously it doesn't affect them so badly when they get damage on their windscreens. But you know, I like to race it like a proper sim. You know, I like my feelings to be as realistic as they can be for a online video game. You know, obviously each to their own.
Makes me confused, eh? I use the bonnet view. Bonnet view works best.
Yeah, bonnet view and bumper cam has a history in racing games, but I mean they didn't have back on like a PS2 or anything like the graphics and stuff for getting a good cockpit. But now these days, I'd say if you jump into this game, it's best to just jump in one of those to start with, because the whole game will be a learning process to begin with, and it helps to learn it from one of those views. There's much more reward in racing in those views, in my opinion. You feel like there's I don't really know how to put it into words, to be quite honest with you. It's just a lot more exciting. It's more real, man. You feel like you're there.
It's like you're really racing. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, just checking now. So that was our first guys from qualifying 3. We need Mark, Matsutsi, Artem, and Mark. The 2 Marks again. Pretty sure you guys raced earlier, so gonna see a lot of Marks. It's gonna be quite a difficult one to read the names on the side with the Mars. Yeah.
Luckily, mine comes up as Rattec, so we're all right on that way. You got.
Yes, you're right.
I made it easier for you guys.
Yeah.
You are so kind. You are so kind, Mark. So Kyle, I'm not going to jump into this one to help you because I don't want to mess with Mazutsik's unstable internet and clash with him.
Okay, so I'm gonna just jump in as director then, and you guys are gonna see a bit more stuff on my screen than you would normally see. It's just some of the camera controls and things. Not the prettiest thing to see, but at least you'll be seeing something. We've got 3 drivers in now. We need Artem.
I shall pop him a message on the group because I don't think he is active on any of our going streams yet.
So we got 2 Citroens in this one. I think they were supposed to race earlier, but was it Matsutsi that couldn't join that one?
Yes, he got disconnected.
Yeah, so we're going to see the 2 Citroens. They teammates for this series as well, with Mark and Matsutsi there. Okay, Artem is in. We're just waiting for him to get his car. There we can see that the lovable pink Ford there. It's pink on this side and blue on the other side, so that's a bit confusing when you race with him. You don't know if he's the same car or not when you're on his right or his left. Sometimes he looks like a complete different person. But into the race we go.
Quite a nice custom paint job he's got going there.
Yeah, it's to trick people so that if he hits you when you're on the right of him, and then you're looking for him on track, but you're on the other side, you don't know it's him that hit you. But Mark's going to be racing this one, so I'm pretty sure he's going to go silent, and
Yep.
Good luck.
Certainly will. Thanks, guys. Hopefully, I'll keep it a bit cleaner this time. Yeah, I'll try my best.
So just loading in, there's that track map that you guys have seen so many times now. Okay, we've got the cars lining up on the grid now, And yes, forecast still in. Nobody has disconnected, which is great news for the stream. 2 Citroens starting at the back there, so let's see if any of them can get through before that first corner. Rattec gets a really good start. He's put some distance between him and the other cars for now. You can see lots of smoke always comes off that Mini. That Mini always throws up smoke.
I think it's your signature move between the two of you.
Yeah, we might not win the championship, but we're going to win the smoke competition. Although Matsutsi in the back there, I've seen him throw up quite a bit of smoke so far in the series. The Citroen also, one of these cars that likes to get sideways. In real life, these were actually the liveries of Peter Solberg, obviously a very well-known rally and rallycross driver. He won the World Rallycross twice. So it's a very nice car. It's a bit older than some of these cars. I think that's why it has the least top speed. So it's one of the slowest cars top speed-wise. I think I'd have to just confirm that it's either speed or acceleration. I don't want to lie to anyone, but there's a few stats where it's a bit less than some of the other cars. So Rattec still holding on there.
Yeah, Rattec's in front, and I see Artem actually took his Joker lap, and he's
Artem has taken it, so he can still come back if Rattec makes some mistakes. We know with the Minis, we shred the tires very quick in the Mini, and you sort of see us on the last lap on about 4 sliding even more than we would normally. Nice smoke show there from Mark again. We're on lap 3. So Mark at the back here, he's just spun out. He hasn't taken the Joker yet, so he's probably going to come 4th in this race, just by the looks of it. Okay, Rattec at the front there now. He takes his Joker, so where is this going to put him and Artem? Artem pretty close behind him still. So any slip-ups from Rattec now could help Artem. But no, he's holding it here. He's doing well. He's got that pink and blue Ford right behind him. Artem's set up looking much better compared to his last race he had with us. He was all over the place on one. He's put it back to something more drivable now. So we have Mark now coming into that final section. He crosses the line in first. We got Artem now. Nice drift there for the end, showing off a bit. Matsutsi over the jump. Very sideways there. Can he hold it? That's a very difficult transition there, just coming off the jump into a drift that you then have to throw the other way if you take the standard lap. What the car likes to do when I drive, I don't know how the other drivers feel about it, obviously, but my car throws itself right sometimes, which is, when you go through there, that's a wall. And you don't want to go there. You probably saw me earlier do a bit of a donut there. I went the wrong way. That was just the momentum of the car. I couldn't save it.
Well, that was actually an entertaining race. Artem definitely did a lot better.
Yeah, Artem there in the 40s as well, if you check his lap time there. So he's got some fast laps in him.
Yeah, 40.9. That's definitely that's a quick lap. I think so far there's only 4 drivers then in total that have broken into the 40s.
Yeah,
we might see those same ones set them again, but I don't think I'm going to be hitting those 40s. I think in some of the practice I did, I was in the 41s, and I was quite happy with that. So... Okay, so we need, in this one, it's going to be Jacques, Berries, Kenny, myself, and TK Bear. So you got some of the guys joined already. That's good reactions from them. Are you gonna chance this one with berries in the lobby?
I'm gonna jump in, and if I clash, I'll just jump straight out to not have
Okay,
him
cool.
have a disconnect. So jumping in there now. Let's just see.
Okay, so we're just waiting on for drivers. Then we're just waiting on.
We're waiting for berries.
Berries. Just on berries. So it's also quite a tough one here, this being the third race of qualifying 3. As we said earlier, these are the faster guys from the week before, so I don't know how I snuck in here. Don't know how slow you guys were all going, and I managed to get in the fast group.
You got on in there because you had good pace around Daytona. You even made the final, didn't you, mate? No, I didn't. So you can take that one.
Not the best final I've ever had, but I guess a final is a final.
That's it. As long as you get to the final, hey, that's all.
Alright, so we got the 5 cars now. So Barry's, if he disconnects again, we won't restart the lobby. We've had a lot of restarts now for that. But if anyone else does, we will. So let's hope that it doesn't come to that.
Okay.
And yes, I'm gonna leave you guys now so that I can race. Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck, mate.
Well, Mark, you had a great race. No.
Yeah, quite comfortable. Artem kept me under pressure. I must admit, I thought I would pull away a little bit more, but no, I could see him in my mirror every time, and yeah, just managed to keep it clean and keep me head, keep me smooth driving style, and not actually make. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was very cautious of that. Yeah, so it might not have been the fastest time, but it was an air of caution in there as well. So
if I looked correctly, it was a low 41, which is not bad. So okay, here we are.
Yeah.
The guys are setting up on the grid.
Underway with. Yeah, and Jack there as well.
In the previous one, Barry's beat Shark, so let's see how that goes, and let's see if Carl can sneak one in here between the fast guys.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good if he can, keep going with these guys and keep it smooth. And you got Kenny and T Care Bear, a bit further back. So let's see how we get underway. I think good launch by Jacques there. I think Berry's is lag. It's
They all kind of cancel each other there a bit. The Jacques in the front, Berry's behind him, and Penny is giving Berry's a good old run through.
Yeah, I think if anyone can give these guys a run for the money, it'd be Kenny. As you can see, side by side with Berry's there for most of them few turns. He's looking again up the inside. He just.
Oh. Yeah. I know. This is looking to be. It's going to be an interesting. I think it's going to come down to that.
Yeah, I think with Kenny going for his Joker, it's going to give him the clear air that he probably needed. He seemed to be being held up a little bit by Berries, but I wouldn't say too much. But yeah, with Jacques, he's just banging in the quick laps, and Berries is I'd say he's catching a little bit up onto the back of him.
Looks like he's catching as well.
Yeah.
He's got his spots on the track where he looks to be a bit quicker. Where he catches him, so
super smooth driving styles from both them guys.
Just want to go back here a bit and see how running here in the back.
So you got Kyle there with his back bumper just hanging off a little bit.
he's definitely fought the wall somewhere. And let's have a look. There, he looks like he doesn't have too much damage on this side. That's an interesting run from him, taking it quite a bit wider than everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, he's done his Joker again. He seems to be a little bit wider than, as you say, most of the other guys' lines.
Yes.
Whether they were involved in a little bit of contact to start with, because he seems to have dropped back. Well, he's 7 seconds behind. Everyone's Jokered now. So it's you got.
Things are happening here in the front.
Yeah, Kenny's just going up the inside of Berries. Oh, Berries a little bit wide. Pushes Kenny out. Oh,
that was quite a...
Yeah, just a bit of contact which started a few corners before, really, and just transitioned.
That was building up to end in with a TSA.
Yeah. So Jacques takes the win there, with Kenny in second, and Berry's coming over in third. It's I'm sure it's still going to be a super quick overall time from them guys. You got Carl just...
he's crossed them.
Yeah,
I did not see that coming.
No, Care Bear must have made a little bit of a mistake somewhere, and Carl stuck in. You can see there the fastest lap time there from Kenny, which you can see, you know, he was closing Berries down, and
that is a lot quicker. That's a second quicker basically than everyone else. And Carl actually did the same lap as Berries.
Yeah. So quick.
Did a quicker lap than Berries, so that's not bad.
Yeah, quick there. I think that's probably Carl's one of his quickest lap times round there. So he obviously got the bit between the teeth at some point and thought, right, I'm having it.
I had some clean air to work with. I got a bit of punting a few times on that start, so I had to recover during the race.
Yeah.
I got sent wide on the first little bend,
I saw you wide.
stuffed up that one corner slightly, and had a car behind me, so I got taken into the barrier. But yeah, that's the risk you run with a 5-car lobby. It's always hard to drive with more cars on the track.
Definitely.
But glad no one disconnected from that one. So we got
that's good news.
That's qualifying 3 done, guys. We're on to qualifying 4 now. This will be the last round, but with 3 races. So don't leave after this race. We've still got another 2 more. So for this one now, we've got Artem, Mark, Kamenachi, and Dusty.
This is going to be a small group because Kamenachi's not in, so it's Mark and Dusty. Is that all? Just 3 drivers?
Yep. But we'll leave it open for Kamenachi if he is up. I mean, you never know if he wakes up and goes, oh, I missed it. So if he jumps in, that's fine. If not, just a pity for a lot of reasons. It's been a while since we've seen Kamenachi on the track in the rallycross, and I'm really looking forward to what he can do with that Mercedes. I haven't seen that Mercedes race in our series since season 2. So it's not the easiest car to get under control, but I've seen him in practice. He's not that bad with it, to be honest.
Kyle, do I need to just jump out of the... Oh, yes, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in control.
There we go. Master has spoken.
Yeah, dance everyone, dance. Yeah, no, so we're just waiting here to see if, I mean, I don't think he's going to join. I'm just checking where I can check, but I don't see anything from Kamenachi, so I think we're going to have to go.
Yeah.
Kamenachi, if you do watch this, we do miss you.
Yeah, definitely. He's I'm sure if he jumps into that Mercedes into this, he will definitely be on pace.
Alright, let's get this one underway. So 3 cars, obviously 3 cars, you kind of want the sessions with less cars and to make less mistakes, and it gives you clear space. You can set lap times that you wouldn't be able to if there was a car in front of you, if you had a car fighting you. You've just got it's like a time trial basically.
Yes.
So that's ideally, as a driver, you like that in a qualifying. As a spectator, not so much.
But saying that, you were throwing up all that smoke, and you actually you equaled Berries this time. You did the same time as Berries.
I did, for the first time, play around with my setup, so maybe that's helping. Okay, off the line there, very good start from the Honda, but nowhere to go really, so he's going to sit there on the back of Artem. Artem's car still looks a bit twitchy on my screen. I thought maybe it was lag, but I'm starting to think it's his setup. His car is very twitchy at times. Dusty there in the Honda on the back of Artem still. So Mark doing well here. He just needs to stay on the back of these guys. He is also new to the series on the controller. He's just going to want to get a decent lap. I mean, any decent laps you get on a controller is quite an achievement. You can see him there just coming the standard lap when Dusty's taken his Joker. So very good job from Dusty there to avoid any accident.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's going for the times here to get it going.
Yeah, he obviously thought he's a bit faster now than Artem. He needs that open air now to put in the time. So let's see now if he was right. It depends also, if I was Artem and I thought that I had the speed, I would carry on until lap 4 before I did my Joker.
Yes.
Because you don't want the chance of Dusty getting ahead of you.
Yeah. No,
Dusty makes a bit of a mistake there. Looks like it could have held him up quite a bit. So that would have played into Artem's hands there.
Artem seems a lot more stable in the car now. Like even in that last run.
Earlier.
Yeah, that last run he kept me under pressure.
Earlier, I think it was qualifying 2 when his car was so twitchy.
Yeah.
And it looked horrible to drive, and he didn't even have any damage. So he's probably played with his setup a bit there. He's found something he's a lot more comfortable with. I mean, I've been racing this game a long time, but I've never been very good at the setups or anything. To be honest, I'm not really sure what people would change in these cars. I played around for the first time with some of the diff settings, the differentials, and it's changed the cars a bit, but I don't quite know if it's helped me or not. I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'd say Dusty's he's brought him caught up to Artem a little bit.
Artem taken his Joker though already, so that's Remember, Dusty made that little bit of an error, which would have given Artem the time to take his Joker.
Yeah.
It's a very good run from Artem. He's looking much stronger than earlier. And you got to remember, Dusty was setting the 40s. I think Artem also got in the last race.
He did,
he was in the 40s.
Yep.
So, very good from these guys. I mean, all of the guys that race with us are pretty fast, so I don't like to say I'm surprised to see someone go fast, but he's generally speaking, from the series or seasons we've done previously, it surprises me that Artem is keeping pace with some of these guys. So I hope he does well. It would be nice to see him in a final.
And his time was actually not that quick, surprisingly. Martin only did a 41.7. It's, I don't know, I was hoping to see him in the 40s.
Yeah. Obviously, with the mistakes made by Dusty, he wasn't being pushed as hard as maybe he was in some of the other races.
Yeah, but he's still close. It was a 41.1. So it's
What I
close.
found in Daytona is I feel like I won a few of my heats there, but being in the class with some of the guys that weren't as on pace as people like, say, Kenny, or I was actually not setting very fast times, but I was winning my races. So it just shows, I mean, you can win your race and be in the bottom 3 of a qualifying session. Okay, so we're just waiting now. It's gonna be Kenny, Matsutsi, myself, and Kento.
That's right.
So we've got Matsutsi here. He's showing in the wrong car though, so let's hope he gets that changed. There, he's just changed to his car. We've got Kenny is in. It's a good reaction from the two of them. Kento is in. This is the reactions we want from the guys.
That was a smooth transition.
I'm busy joining as well, so there we go.
Yeah, Paul's in. So we're going to put you as a director. We're going to put Rattec as a broadcaster. This is speed. Speed in the cars and speed in the lobbies. That's what we like to see.
And I are clashing again, so I doubt I'm going to last.
Okay, so then I'm going to put Mark as a director, because we don't want the camera to lock on only one car. And then, do you want to... You can be a broadcaster, I suppose.
As a broadcaster, and then in case...
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm going to jump into the race and hopefully put on a good show for my last one.
Best of luck, mate.
That's it.
Can't believe I've done 3 already. I thought I was only 2, but it has been 3. So this is number 4.
4, yeah.
Okay. Good luck on the commentary. Good luck to all the drivers. I'm
Good
just
luck
going to
to
send
yourself.
it.
Oh no. Oh, I know what that means now. Keep the cameras on Kyle. We're not going to see anyone else. It's going to be full smoke everywhere. It's yeah, it's going to be another interesting race. You got Kenny, Matsushi, Kyle, and Kento. So it's let's see who can. I mean, you've got to say Kenny in this one. I would put him pulling away if he can get away clean. I would imagine he'd pull away. The pace that he's shown, especially around this track. But you never know. You never know. We got. That's gonna. There we go.
Yeah, so you know which one is which.
Yeah, you got. Kenny has got a good launch, and he's pulled a little bit of a gap. So whether these few corners will play out in his favour. So you got Kento in second with Kyle close behind him. So I think Kenny really is just gonna pull away now. The race I feel, yeah, the race here now is between Kyle and Kento. Kyle just getting past.
Oh, Kento took a wide line there.
Yeah, definitely did. He's gone for his joker as well. We'll follow Kyle around, and yeah, you can see there producing the smoke. All he needs to do is keep it clean. Keep it clean and controlled, and follow Kenny now. The other two have jokered, Kento and Matsusik.
Yes.
But I feel like Kyle's gap. He's got what has he got? 4 seconds nearly.
Looks like it. Yeah, 4.4. So not bad.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd follow his own rule of just banging the laps.
That's it. put the laps in and then just take the joke at the end there.
Yeah, we can see Kento going a little bit wide there. Matt Zusek seems to have dropped out a little bit round the back, but everyone's got their own space to work with now, so it's just about banging the laps now. You can see Kento's made a bit of a mistake, and Matt Zusek both gone into the same tyre barrier, so that's really freed up the Kyle and Kenny.
I think he was trying to probably avoid running into Kento and then, sacrificed himself.
It's trying to predict whether someone's going to reverse out of the tyre barrier and block your line completely, so I think he had hit the brakes hard. So just following Kenny, and you can see he's just banging in the laps now. He's done his joker. Kyle still the only one to joker, but with plenty of room to deal with. Sure, it's going to be a nice clean win for Kenny. Whether it will give him a fast overall time to take the overall qualifying session. Kyle doing his joker. All intact, nice and clean race. Kento just coming over the jump. Seems to have struggled around this track. Kento has really. It is a
very technical track.
Technical track, yeah. And with it being his first season, he's still, he's producing the goods every time he comes out. He's showing improvements in different areas.
To be fair, we've started with some very hard tracks this season. I think, what have we got next? We got France next, so Rattec. So that's going to be, it's a tough track sometimes, but not like we've seen so far. A lot less walls to hit.
Yeah, seems to be a little bit more room on the actual track to get the car sliding, and I always struggle for grip though around Rattec.
Yeah, that's a problem, I think, especially with the minis again. It's very...
We have an excuse for every track, don't we, Kyle?
yeah, with the minis, but we look great.
Yeah. But
You guys are the entertainment.
Yeah, we do it with style.
When you
the smoke show.
That's it, smoke show. I like that one, Kyle. We gotta work that in somewhere.
Okay, so that was the second race of the fourth qualifying round. So now, the final race of this qualifying round, we've got Ryan, Jacques, Matt, Marius, and Mark. So Mark, you're racing this one. I'm just going to remove you there.
Yeah.
Were you having problems, Paul, with Barry's earlier with internet?
No, Barry's I was fine with.
Okay, so you can join here. I'm just wondering, maybe I must just go direct in case.
Yeah, maybe, just to be safe.
Okay, so you go broadcaster again. Barry's is in. Barry's having some issues again. And like I said earlier, unfortunately we can't afford another restart for Barry's, I think. So let's hope it's like the race we had before where he managed to stay in. Yeah, so with Barry's, that's going to make it 5 cars, and it is all the right cars, I think. Got Rattec, Kebe, Marius. So yeah, Marius in with the fast guys now, just showing that he does set those fast times, even being so new to the series. Very impressive from Marius so far. It hasn't always showed in the results. He's had some jump starts, I think, and things didn't go his way on a few of the races, but he's definitely got the potential to be in some more semi-finals and finals, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think if he puts an overall performance together, I think he has what he is on the circuit race and just be unstoppable.
Yeah, it's an interesting sport in that different lines and things can still work. It doesn't like some people can have very different driving styles, but it can still be quick. You get the guys that don't slide around as much, they drive it a bit more like a circuit race, And then you get some of the guys, they send it, but if you send it and take the right line and everything and don't slide around too much, it can still be quick.
Yes.
So it's very interesting to watch who's fast and who's not, and just the different lines people take can be very interesting. Alright, Barry's on the front there, so that's going to be good for him, but also Mark there on the front as well. So we know he generally gets very good launches off the start. I hope he doesn't get a jump start. He did that in one of the previous qualifyings. But let's see if he gets a good one. Jock just behind them, and Marius looks like he's at the back.
That was a good.
So they're off. Good start there from Mark. Jacques looks like he's going to try to squeeze through Barry's there. So Jacques getting into second. Jacques follows Rattec through there. Barry's on his tail. Barry's gets knocked by the looks of it by T. Kerbear. Barry's just into the wall. T. Kerbear waiting, I think, for him to get back on track. Good sportsmanship there. Even
Marius
after the contact. Marius, I think by himself, just went a bit wide there into the wall. Hard corner to judge sometimes, but very unforgiving. Jacques trying a move on Rattec sends him into the wall. So Jacques just pushing a little too hard. That's going to hurt his time for qualifying a little. Doesn't look like he actually got as much damage as I would have thought. He's still driving there. He's taken his Joker laps by the look of it. Only person to do so far. So that puts him out after Barry's. I'm surprised he did that, to be honest, because now if he is faster than Barry's, he's going to be held up. He should have probably stayed out. There was enough room between him and Rattec. So this could help Rattec actually, with Barry's taking pressure there from Jacques, and Jacques applying the pressure. They're both having to push, both making it easier for them to make mistakes. Rattec now, he's going to take his Joker. He's hoping he's got enough distance between him and them to get out ahead. And collision as they take the merge. So Barry's there. That actually didn't go as bad as it could have. Rattec could have come out of that very badly, but good to see his car still in one piece. So now we have a bit of a train going here of the top three cars. With Barry's leading the pack at the moment. He still needs to Joker though, Barry's. So that would put Jacques out ahead, which means Rattec, if he can find a way through Jacques here, he's still up for a win. So this is the race to watch at the front. Sorry to the back guys that we're not getting a chance to see what you're doing, but tons of action out front here. Okay, Jacques just getting a bit ahead here now. Rattec up the inside. A lot of smoke coming off Jacques' car there as well. Just showing that the Ford can also send up the smoke.
This was a lot more.
We seem to have lost someone. Marius retired from this race now, so he obviously thinks he had too much damage to race. Really unfortunate, because retiring from a race means you get no points. So if possible, you just gotta continue till the end. So Rattec and Jacques finish now. Jacques 1, Rattec 2, T. Kerbear in third. So I don't know what happened to Barry's there. He looks like he's got damage on the back of his car. Maybe the damage from earlier in the race held him up. But lots of action in that one, and that was the final race of tonight. So quite a finale there for you guys.
Whew, that was
quite a race, that.
Yeah. It felt
I'm going to say you were unlucky, but lucky at the same time there, Rattec, because it could have gone a lot worse on the merge. But the unfortunate part being it allowed them to get past you, because you could have had enough speed to get through and take first. I'm almost wondering if it wouldn't have benefited you to stay out another lap and try to let them fight between themselves.
It's
and
always
just try to get a bit more of a gap.
a decision that's hard to make when you're in that position. I thought, right, have I got enough time? Shall I come out and try and battle on track? And yeah, as you say, that the merge, it was just one of them unfortunate contacts. But I can say, truthfully say, it was a full send to catch it back. To catch that the contact back, I had to full send it, and luckily it came back for this time. So I'm happy with that.
It could have been all three of you on that merge that went out. To be honest, it was very tight there.
Yeah, I'm glad it played out okay.
Yeah, unfortunate about Marius retiring there. Obviously too much damage. I don't quite know what happened there. But yeah, pretty much that's it for us now. We will be back for the finals on Wednesday. It would have been interesting with all 13 guys having joined, but obviously with Comaneci not joining, we know that everyone's going through, other than Comaneci. So we'll see all the same drivers. I think Mark can't make the one Citroen driver can't make our finals, so he won't be there. So unfortunately, it'll be another 11-car semi. For anyone watching that has a PS4 and you've got Project Cars, if you want to join our series, it's open to everyone. You can join our Discord channel where we organize the racing through our YouTube channel. If you check our YouTube banner, it is one of the links on there. It'll take you straight into the Discord community. You just have to have a profile, which you make when you sign in. And yeah, Discord is cool. You can use it on your laptop or on your computer. You can download the app and use it on your smartphone or on your or so yeah, that's how you get involved with us. And otherwise, you can send us a message on YouTube and we'll try to respond. We also have a Instagram, which we've used to recruit a few guys. People have asked us on there before how they can join. But yeah, always looking for new members. We're keen to have guys from all parts of the world, which we do already, and it's really awesome. Wouldn't you say so, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. It's since I've joined, it's the main platform of racing that I do. Fully enjoy it, and we're always more than welcome to talk people through how to get involved.
Yeah, it doesn't matter your skill level, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter if it's if English is your first language or not. We give everyone a chance. We encourage everyone, and I mean, everyone has to start somewhere. If you don't have a PlayStation but you're looking at getting one, do it. We'll see you racing. But anyway, that's it for us tonight, guys. We'll see you back on Wednesday at the same time. It'll be a much shorter event, just being 3 races. And we'll see you guys there. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the stream tonight, Paul. Don't know if we'll see you for the finals, but maybe we'll see you back for another one soon.
Yes, definitely, and I'm definitely going to do some practice. I think I need to give this a go, not just watch. It definitely looks like a lot of fun.
Come jump in our next practice session.
That's it. All right, guys. Well, enjoy.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Good night, guys.
Cheers,
Thanks for
watching.
watching.
Take it easy.
Cheers.
Ta-ra, guys. Ta-ra.